Hello, I'm Kerry Newell and I'm here with one of the country's finest chocolatiers, Paul Young. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm all right, thank you. And you're going to teach us all about chocolate. And today, you've told me you're going to teach us how to distinguish between good chocolate and bad chocolate. So how do we go about this?
Well, what is good and bad chocolate? That's the biggest question that needs answering at the minute.
Yeah.
And you've got to define the two. Bad chocolate meaning confectionery.
Which is it chocolate? Because it depends how much cocoa's in
Exactly.
it. Yep.
So if you look at what I call newsagent or supermarket chocolate,
Yep.
generally, or quite often, it's very cheap.
Yep.
And you'll get vegetable fat in the chocolate, which
Yep.
should not be there. Excess amounts of sugar, unnatural flavourings, stabilisers, preservatives, glucose, hydrogenated fats.
So why shouldn't those other ingredients be there?
Well, the chocolate should be pure.
Yeah.
So if you're paying £2-3 for a bar of chocolate, you shouldn't be paying for margarine, which is
Yeah.
what a lot of them are full of.
Yeah.
Margarine is cheap and
Yeah.
bad for you, whereas real chocolate contains its natural cocoa butter, it's natural fat. It's like olive oil.
Yeah.
So it's a much healthier fat.
Can you look at chocolate and tell whether it's good or bad?
We have two here. This is the fine chocolate and this isn't.
It's not.
Now,
You can't really tell much in colour.
there
really.
isn't. The only thing I would say is sometimes cheaper chocolate can be very black in colour.
Okay.
Usually that's from a cheaper cocoa bean that obviously is cost, you know, it's cheaper.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have the characteristics of the nice fine cocoa bean, so it needs roasting a lot
Yeah.
to generate flavour. Now, what happens with that is it can taste a bit burnt and very bitter. So then the producers then have to think, well, what can we put in that to make it palatable for the consumer?
Because some people would actually say that natural chocolate tastes bitter.
Exactly.
So,
it's changing the way your palate, you know, is tuned. At the minute, there's a lot of dark chocolate out there that is very bitter because it's cheap. Now, the dark chocolate you'll taste in a moment, this fine dark chocolate will be rounded, warm, robust. It will have very strong notes of cocoa, but it won't be burnt and bitter.
Yeah.
Whereas the cheaper ones can really have a nasty, overriding burnt taste, like a very cheap espresso.
So could you smell it and tell whether it's good or bad?
Well, there's two for you.
Okay.
Now,
I'm gonna
have a
I
smell.
smell them?
Smell the fine. That's what the fine first. Then, now, the cheap one doesn't smell of anything. It smells of nothing.
The smell seems to go on and on forever.
It does.
Whereas that's like.
Now, what I want you to do, I want you to try the really cheap one first. The really, what I call...
I should really close my eyes, really.
It's
You should tell me.
It's a mass-produced. So,
Okay. To be fair, it has... Oh.
can you?
Yeah.
It's incredibly sour. It's unbalanced, and it's very drying and bitter at the end. It's not.
Yeah.
But this is what they think us as consumers want: burnt, bitter chocolate.
No.
Doesn't mean it's good.
I'm not interested in that whatsoever. No, that's horrible.
At the end, it makes your face curl
Yeah.
up because it's just not made with fine quality cocoa beans.
Yeah.
Now, the fine chocolate, which has been treated carefully, it only contains cocoa beans, cocoa butter, sugar, vanilla, and a natural emulsifier called soy lecithin. So no artificial ingredients, no fat.
It's not harsh at all. It's just really smooth and really melts
Delicate,
nicely on the top.
smooth, and hasn't got any of that burntness that this one has.
Yeah. No.
So the key thing to remember when you're looking for your fine chocolate, read the packet.
Okay.
Read the label if you're going to a supermarket.
What are we really looking for on the labels?
If it says hydrogenated fats, artificial flavourings, artificial emulsifiers, stabilisers, hydrogenated fats, don't buy it if you're looking for good
So
chocolate.
if the list is really, really long, don't go anywhere near it, basically.
If you can get into a chocolatier, great.
Yeah.
But cocoa beans, cocoa butter, sugar, vanilla, and you're guaranteed a beautiful, nearly guaranteed a beautiful chocolate.
Oh, thank you, Paul.
You're welcome.
Well, I'm never going to touch bad chocolate again. You've converted me, and I
Good.
hope we've
Hooray.
converted you too. And we'll see you very soon.